I mean, like, this is it. I mean, we talked about it at the pre-show. We talked about it all the time. Everybody's wondering, is Michael Shinudi ever going to pick a song? Here's the crux of it. Here's the
Because once again, another bop for me, another hit from me. You're very welcome.
No, it's just when you have children one day, you'll understand this. Maybe. You have to give in to some things, and you have to be like, all right, you could play fucking Wiggles 12 times. You could do that. And then that's it. Like, to get the
So
show
you're
on the
trying
road,
to wait. We're not just gonna. You're just gonna do a little underhand. Call me.
No,
you trying to call me your son? Is that what the fuck you just do? Not make me dick slap.
No.
There is a
Come
way
on.
Dick slap you.
Listen, nobody's talking about you being my son. Nobody's talking about your dial-up internet with this Skype thing going on. No one's saying that. No one's saying that.
No one's saying that.
Credit to me for not bringing up people.
So let me tell you a little something.
A
father, what a grown man would have. What a father, what a grown man would have. That would work. A taste in music, an understanding of, what good music is, what really builds and makes a man, motivates a man. And that's just, some days it's a good song to get you through a good day. Clearly, you've never been around children. Clearly, you've never have children. And clearly, I need to do further some more parenting, as I need to continue to do on this podcast. And here's what Daddy has to say.
It just seems to me, when you play a poop song, you think that's motivational. You're creating a bit for yourself, saying it's motivational, saying it's the greatest thing on earth, but it's a 30-second tease.
I'm sorry, did we not have the poop? Did we not have Lamar Jackson go and take a shit during halftime that week? I'm sorry, but did I not pick the perfect fitting moment and the perfect fitting song? I'm a world-class director. I'm a Quentin. I'm a Scorsese.
What if people didn't like that? What people didn't like that? What if people didn't like
you hear certain things but hurrahs and hoorays? I've heard at least 3 compliments alone on that episode.
3 compliments.
I got
your dad,
3
your mom, your dad, your mom, and whatever girl you're banging that with.
I promise you, my mom would not appreciate the poopiness on song. I don't want to spend too much time on that French poopiness on, which is a great song, and you guys should look up and remind yourselves of. And I won't spend too much time on why and how brilliant it was that I played that song when Lamar Jackson clearly took a dumper during halftime, or it was like third quarter, if I remember. It was like third, fourth quarter. So sorry, there was genius in that, whatever, and you're jealous of the genius.
No, but I was just.
If you want to be a father one day, you want to put your big boy pants on, then all I'm asking you to do is get a little taste of music.
That's all I'm saying is this. It's welcome to Face of the Franchise, where we appease certain people for their tolerance of certain things, and I don't have the time.
I've appeased you long enough for future Big Sean songs. Okay, there are other artists.
Facts and the content that comes with the show. After that, I don't give a shit what you play. That's how we run this show. He cares about the little minute things. I'm here for the big picture.
I care about every detail, because just like in football, every yard matters, every fan matters, every detail matters. So sorry, I care a little more in. I don't know. I guess you just don't have a passion for this like you thought. That is why I am the host.
For the songs.
Welcome, I am Little Joe New. This is
my show.
This is my right-hand man, second-hand man,
Michael
Parashinudi.
That's my right-hand man, Little Joe today. Joey Doran. What's going on, baby? Let's go.
How are we doing?
This is coming on great. So this is how we're doing
this week.
Yeah, I mean,
we got a hand job this week. We got our hand job this past week.
To do what?
Well, I know we weren't planning on jumping in this first, but I'm just going to go ahead and jump in. Let's knock this Hall of Fame game out of the way first. Can we do that?
Okay, let's do it. So you want to go with the Hall of Fame game first, or do you want to do the speeches first?
I think the speeches affected both of us a little bit more. I know you in particular. So let's say that. Let's put that on the back burner.
Okay. So let's talk about this Hall of Fame game. This game of Hall of Fame. This game of wits and skill. All right, that's your recap. See you guys later. Here's what I will say. As a Steelers fan, and I swear on my fucking life, and you're hearing this right now, I am 2 seconds of fucking away from getting my fucking car with a fucking off shotgun and getting hostages. I don't care if that's not PC to say. If I see Harris, Claypool, or any of the starters play more than one more fucking drive this preseason, someone's gonna get shot. Every time Harris touched the ball, it was magic. All I needed to see was one play. After that, gone, done, out. Claypool almost got hurt. Claypool, he had 7 carries into the second half, and I was livid, Joey. I was so fucking livid. Like, and then they kept him in after Chase Claypool caught the ball, and he looked like he was seriously hurt. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck are we doing? Why are we saving Juju's stupid ass and not Deontay Johnson or Chase Claypool, who brings something to the
well, that has something to do.
And not stack up a quarterback who we saved, and we let the fucking idiot move. Right now, Myles Garrett should have finished the job with the helmet and bashed Mason harder. I didn't say that. I'm just saying some people are saying that.
Yeah.
And Dwayne, everybody's like, oh, Dwayne Haskins looked good. Shut the fuck up. He played the 4-string fucking Cowboys. Are you guys stupid? This is what I hate about the hand job that you're telling me. This is the hype shit. By the way, I don't know why you're saying stuff, but it's not coming through. So
you can't hear me at all? You can't hear me.
No, I got you now. Sorry, the technical difficulties on my end. Sorry about that. Let me finish my rant. So
please. I was telling you to get him. Get him. That's all I was saying.
I hate that everybody was getting a boner for certain things that shouldn't be getting a boner for. You're over here getting a boner for the fucking scene of them talking in the porno. Not even the fucking cum scene. Not even the fucking money shot. You're over here.
You're praising them for the dialogue.
You're getting hard off the dialogue. Oh my God. Miss whatever. Oh, it's so hot. Your boobies. Get the fuck out of here, man. I'm done with preseason football. I'm done with training camp videos. I'm done with all this shit. Because here's the deal. People beat their dick to it, and I'm just done. Because when I see starters out there for more than a drive, I get pissed. Second, people are telling me that the Steelers look fucking good. Shut the fuck up. Are you fucking stupid? Shut the fuck up. The punter looked good. That's it. The punter looked good. Yeah. I'll give him that. The punter looked great. Thank God that we finally got a punter that can fucking punt the ball. Everything else. Shut up about everything else. Even the Cowboy fans. Shut up. Shut up. That's all I want to hear is shut your fucking mouth. It is the extra preseason game. No one should have been playing that was a starter. I don't fucking get it. Continue.
So what I was saying when we had a little bit of an audio breakup there is I almost sent you the troll text, but it wasn't worth my time with Dwayne. I know I saw there's people going on saying, Dwayne's showing potential. Here we go.
Are you kidding me? Yeah, are you kidding me?
Stop. Please stop. Not only, that was disgusting. It was hilarious. It was typical. I mean, let's be honest. These are the two most easily influenced by the hype, easily influenced by the clout teams of all time, at least in terms of the fans.
No.
In terms of fans, yes. Either that and us too. Washington football team, name to be determined at a later date, is not out of, they are not out of that.
I'll tell you the two teams. Steelers and Cowboys, yes, they are up there. But I'll tell you two teams that are more about the hype, if you want me to say that. It's always, so nowadays it's the Buffalo Bills, which is fine. They deserve it. But come on. Like, do you have enough to beat the Chiefs? No. And then always the Green Bay Packers. I don't understand it. It's not, listen.
This is a bias. I'm saying it's you two. It's you two. I'm sorry. The team that faced on Thursday is the team. It's easily the team, the two most overhyped teams, the overhyped fans of all time.
I don't care. I'm not hyping shit.
And Bills have more of a reason to get hyped up than you two. Way more of a reason.
No.
Especially now that
the Bills. Not the Bills. I don't know about the Bills. I don't know about the Browns either. Like, in the end of the day, I need to see the Chiefs, like, literally lose to these teams somehow before I could say anything.
I think the Bills might pack enough of a punch. I think that defense is going to pack enough of a punch. But let me tell you a little bit about this Hall of Fame game before
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No worries. This is an off the rails podcast, as we know. But let me get us back on the rails here for a second.
Fucking Harris in the second half. Are you fucking
before
stupid?
I actually get into my rant, do you think any of that has to do with James Washington asking to be traded?
So apparently, glad you brought that up.
Yep.
Fake news.
Yeah.
Fake news.
Fake news.
No, it's been confirmed. Fake news.
Confirmed fake news.
Yes.
Okay, someone bought in the horsery and got it to take off.
So in his press conference, he did say he wanted to play more just because he could show his stuff. somebody ran with that and said he wanted more playing time and requested a trade. He never requested a trade. Mike Tomlin, Colbert, even James Washington said he didn't request a trade.
Young journalist looking to make a name. Gotcha. So, okay. So, no, let me go to this. This is the way I look at Hall of Fame games, which, by the way, Nude, you're already complaining about. All the fans are already complaining about. Preseason, they're already complaining about. Don't forget, we were preseason free last year. We did not get our regular middle school hand jobs. We did not get our kind of pre-warm-up to get our nuts in early, and that clearly showed a lot in the games too. Excuse my eerie reference here, but again, that did not get us a lot into, we saw the first 2 months was awful football, right, Nude? Then we go ahead and we kind of progressed from there and fell into it after that first 2 months. But I always look at it like this. Preseason games are necessary. It's like a sexual experience. It's like our sexual journey through life. And if you allow me to get a little more graphic with you guys here at Face of the Franchise, as I always like to do, break it down like this way. Middle school, we all know, we're all just angling for the hand jobs, or you're lucky enough to get a finger bang in. That's about it. Again, excuse my gruesome nature here. Sorry for the PC fans. With that being said, you kind of go and that's your middle school journey. You go ahead and you graduate after the preseason games and you get into your October, September games, Nude, and that's more of the, your first time experience. You're finally losing that V card. You're figuring out what kind of man or woman you are in terms of your sexuality. You're blossoming. Then we go ahead, then we get into, college, where we basically bang anything that moves. That's the November, December football, where pretty much every game is great. Everybody's in their groove. Everybody's getting injured, trying to deal with what you can, and you're in full moves. By playoffs, everybody has their sexual identity figured out, and we get the best sex of the year or of our sexual journey. With that being said, preseason games are necessary. We are going to still watch them every year, Nude. We're going to watch them every single year. We're going to drain through them, and it's going to be exactly what a hand job has always been. Exciting for a brief, fleeting moment, and then utterly disappointing. And that's what it is. I mean, you shouldn't have gone in expecting any different. Maybe you had a year off from hand jobs. I understand that. Now we're back to hand jobs, and that's just what a hand job is. That's what preseason is. I do not know what the hell the Steelers were thinking. That was almost unprofessional in terms of how they kept their first round rookie out for as long as they did. How they kept, they had certain wide receivers going out there when they shouldn't have been out there, period, at all. I almost thought Ben was about to play the second half.
No. Listen. If Ben
it was
plays,
unprofessional.
The only person who should have played is Ben. Fuck him. Honestly, everybody and their fucking mother can suck my cock about this. Listen, I don't care what I saw. I don't care. I don't care how big of a fucking gap everybody's saying the Steelers have with all the other top teams in the AFC. Do not put ourselves in a backwards position and all we have is nothing. All right, at least we have something, right? Our defense is good. I'm glad nobody really on defense played except for Highsmith, who was a rookie, or a second-year pro, which is fine. Some of our rookies who needed it, it's cool. Harris should have played. That's fine. That's all I'm saying. He should have played. But after the first tackle, it's gone. Done. Finish. Benito. Done. Claypool doesn't need to be out there. Deontay doesn't need to be out there. James Washington should be out there to catch passes. That's it. Game over. And you know who else's bitch ass should have been out there? Eric Ebron. Drops a lot. Fuck him. He should have been playing because he needs all the practice he can get, that fucking fuck. Anyways, next. Fuck this.
Wait. One last question about, since we're on your Steelers and you're letting it all out. Let's get it all out before the season starts. What do you think it is right now with this seemingly, I am sorry, but I don't know how else to say this, and I think you'll kind of be with me here, this almost toxic masculinity, this fake news, this kind of almost flatlining environment that seems like it's spinning through the Steelers.
Get to the point. 8-9, 9-8, gone. Next question.
That's it. That's all.
Here's the deal. Mike Tomlin is a top 5 coach in the NFL. He is good enough to take the shittiest rosters to even above 500. He is going to have a 500 record, 9-8 now. That's the standard, whatever, because of the 17 games. And that's it, because we're going to beat teams like the Detroit Lions. We're going to beat the teams like the Chicago Bears. We're going to beat the Bengals twice. So there's fucking 4 wins right there.
That's pretty confident.
You're gonna tell me we're not gonna beat the Bengals, the Bears, and the Lions? Suck my left fucking nut. Suck my left nut.
People this year, buddy.
Suck my left nut. They will, but not us, because we know who they are. Second, don't go. Just shut up. That's like me saying the Giants are gonna beat you guys. Shut the fuck up. Second, again, it is a good enough defense to have us where we need to be. Is the offense going to be good? Now that remains to be seen. We have a top 3 defense. It is us, the Rams, and the Washington football team, named to be determined by a later day, blah, blah, blah. But probably not. So those 3.
I like you're still sticking with it. Good for you.
So those 3, Browns are up there. They could be up there, but they're in the mix. The offense is where the question marks lie, and then we move on. Next, let's go to the speeches.
Okay, we can go ahead and move on to speeches. Let's get you a little happier mood.
It was a good speech. Okay, let me tell you. So everybody doesn't know, the 2020 class was 18 members, and then we had our regular 8 members from the 2021 class. Some of the guys that we grew up watching: Troy Polamalu, Steve Hutchinson, Peyton Manning, Charles Woodson, Calvin Johnson.
Yep.
And some old timers who I enjoyed
Shout
watching.
Him being baked as a motherfucker and baked out of his goddamn brains at the Hall of Fame.
Hey man, he's a CBD guy, so I'm with him. But it was kind of funny.
I think he faced a blunt of straight THC to the dough. That man was skyrocket. CBD don't do that to you.
I love it. I'll tell you,
but we can claim it was CBD, sure.
CBD. But there is a clip. Did you see the clip? You didn't see the clip, did you?
Probably not. What?
Bill Cowher, after his speech, somebody was on a hot mic saying, "Let's smoke a blunt in the parking lot."
Oh, that's fire.
So they think it might be either somebody's saying it's David Baker, but I doubt it's David Baker, the guy who fucking knocks on the doors at the Hall of Fame. No, I think it might be it wasn't Edge because he wasn't on that side. It was Michael Irving's side, and on that side it was Michael Irving, Troy Polamalu, certain guys, but I'm not going to name names, but that was fucking funny. So that's number 1. Everybody's getting a Hall of Fame.
Those 2 you just mentioned, there's very, very high key candidates.
Michael, for sure. Troy, I don't know if Troy dabbles in that stuff. I don't know if he does, but who knows? If he does, he does.
Those are just the Hawaiian vibes, honestly. Just the friendly, good, loving vibes. Those are just Hawaiian vibes, honestly. So yeah, you might be right.
Who knows? It might be an old timer, to be honest. It might be an old guy who's like, I'm still Leon, let's smoke a blunt. But no, great speeches all around. I enjoyed all of them. I watched all of them. Top ones, I think it's because I watched them. Troy, obviously, Calvin Johnson. Peyton's was more of a State of the Union address, which was really cool.
I'm taking over the world.
Basically, Charles Woodson with his mom was very it was very emotional. So seeing guys,
probably my favorite speech that will not get talked about at all.
Oh, it's because it's a sappy speech. It's not like, I dominated the game. No, it was like I love my mother. My mother gave me everything. To my boys, please love your mother like how I love mine. You guys were the reason. Raiders fans, Green Bay fans, Michigan fans. He's from Ohio, he's from a place in Ohio who's 20 minutes away from Canton. So he had people from his high school, people from everywhere coming to see him. That's why he was the last guy, even if Peyton Manning was on there. So
it was a real genuine speech too. I gotta say, you can say what you want about Kevin Durant, but I will forever love him and respect him for the thank my mama for the MVP speech. One of the best speeches of all time.
I'm not saying because
in sports at least.
Peyton cried when he commented on his dad. Who else? Troy talked about his family. Alan Faneca talked about his family. A lot of people talked about the old timers. They wish they got in earlier so their parents would have been there. It's just Charles Woodson's was more impactful because he started singing about his mom. He started talking about his mom, and he cried about it, and it kind of resonated. Very sappy part of the show, but in all honesty, very funny jokes. To be honest, very funny fucking jokes.
Oh yeah, quality bits.
Peyton Manning made fun of Ray Lewis for taking too long, and that's why his speech is short. And by the time Tom Brady gets retired, he's going to have to use an Instagram post instead of an actual speech. People booing Tom Brady.
Solid jab.
People booing Tom Brady, which was great. Bill Cowher talking about how he was a Cleveland Brown coach before the Steelers, which is cool. Everybody booed. He's like, hey, now I have 2 kids who are born in Cleveland. Ha ha ha. All right, Bill, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that hit a trigger point for you there, buddy.
Troy talking about how his first welcome to the NFL moment was Hines Ward basically fucking him up.
Where does Troy rank in your all-time athletes?
Huh?
Where does Troy rank in your all-time athletes? Is he on that Cal Ripken Jr. level for you?
Oh, no, he's one.
He's one.
He's Troy's number one athlete that I admire. Number 2 is Dwayne Wade. Number 3 is Cal. And then the rest are Steelers. Like, I'd put Buss. I'd put Hines. I'd put and then, like, some Heat. Like, Shaq, obviously, because he helped us.
Did I ask for the whole list?
No, but you know what? This show is my show, so I'm going to say the list. So this is how it is. No,
40% your show. 40%.
But now it's to the point now we're old. We're gonna see guys that because next year Steve Smith is up, Andre Johnson is up, Devin Hester is up. Like there's guys that we're gonna see, Reggie Wayne, like a bunch of guys coming in. So it's always a fun time. I always love the inaugural speeches and the bus and all that stuff. So.
Yeah, no, man. I mean, like, I respect the Troy at number 1. There were some great speeches, as always. I appreciate it. I think that was a little more exciting than the game itself. I respect that Troy Polamalu, obviously, he revolutionized, I think, what it means to be an athlete today in a lot of ways, especially for a football player, especially for a defensive football player, and showed that those defensive players can get the commercials, can get the sponsors, can get da-da-da-da-da, right?
Right.
I mean, not that, that didn't already happen with Mean Joe Green, but you get what I'm saying, right? And so not only did he do that, but he was definitely a big athlete in terms of our time. For me, it's always going to be Cal at number 1 and then Taylor at number 2. And they kind of go back and forth at different periods of my life and then go from there. But yeah, no, man, great speeches all around. I'm excited to see Steve Smith's speech. I think that's probably going to be the greatest speech of our lives. Yeah, dude, that's about all I got on Hall of Fame speeches, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, Hall of Fame speeches is what it is. You either watch them or you don't. So, next, I mean, I'm not fuck transitions. So next,
we'll do it PTI style.
So Tuesday tomorrow, because we're recording Monday. This is probably going to come out Wednesday. So, yeah, Hard Knocks is going to be on. We'll have our first episode.
Did you lose? Fumbled the ball there. Let me pick it back up. Let me pick the ball up. So I'll go ahead and even put a transition in there for you. Finally, we get our rocks off with Hard Knocks this Tuesday. Coming back to us, Nude. I'm super excited. That's how you do a professional transition.
It's a bit. It's
a bit for flounder in the water there for a minute.
It's a bit for you. We're recording Monday. Hard Knocks comes out Tuesday, and this episode comes out.
About it being
we're time traveling, and it's Wednesday now. So Hard Knocks, we already know what happens because Hard Knocks is all over the place. We know what happens in Cowboys training camp. CeeDee Lamb is over here making ridiculous catches, quote unquote, burning Jalen Ramsey because they had a dual practice with the Rams. Probably the biggest thing is Connor Williams, the center for the Cowboys, getting in a fight with Aaron Donald because Aaron Donald looks frustrated that Connor Williams is actually a good center and Connor Williams doesn't take that shit. They get in a huge brawl. If you can't find the video, it's up there somewhere. That's probably going to be the focal point of the whole thing. And Dak being fucking coming back from injuries and getting the contract of a lifetime. So congratulations. Even though he got the contract, what's his name? Josh Allen just signed the biggest one, 207 million. So he's right behind Mahomes, which is well deserved. So congratulations, Dak. You got your contract. And Bills got fucked because of it. But I still think you're probably above average quarterback, which means you're in like tier 3 for me. So congratulations, the Hard Knocks. You got the tier 3 team, which I think this team is going probably 7-10. So Hard Knocks will prove that.
You swiped over that fight pretty quickly. I want to say a couple things.
Because I know you're going to go in. Because I know you're going in.
First of all, I wouldn't say that he showed his own in the first 2 weeks of camp, okay? And yes, every time I go on the Cowboys, everybody can go ahead and put the bias and yada, yada, yada bullshit. But here's what it is. First of all, Williams, congratulations. You did hold your own for a moment until Aaron Donald said, I'm not dealing with that shit anymore. And you find that clip, and he dusted your ass to the ground and was going to beat your ass 6 feet under if your teammates
It's still Aaron fucking Donald. Like, give me a fucking break. Like, it's Aaron Donald.
You think Aaron Donald's going 100% in preseason? You think that Aaron Donald's He's toying with this kid. Let the kid get the confidence up a little bit, seeing how brave this kid is, and then humbling him real quick. It's a classic old man OG lesson, and that's what happened to Williams this afternoon.
Exactly. So
or 2 days ago when you listen to this.
So enjoy we hope you enjoyed Hard Knocks. We did. Not really. Fuck Hard Knocks or nothing type of podcast. So
it is. I know we're trying to make this a quick show, but real quick before we move on, I know you're transitioning quick here, and we're swimming through the fast lane, but
we have nothing to talk about. This is what we're talking about. All right, you guys wanted a show. Here's a show. We have nothing to talk. You want me to talk about fucking Saquon Barkley coming off the pup list? Okay, we can talk about that. Will nuts to butts fucking hurt? Great, they got a new kicker. And then Michael Thomas being in the business. I mean, it's the off season.
That's why I took an extended vacation, as we all know. But we're here, we're clear, and let's address the problem with Hard Knocks over the last couple of years. Are we good? Dog okay?
No, he pooped.
Oh, looks like. Hold on, everybody, please. Temporary interruptions as we take a quick shit break. Please allow us to clean up the shit and take care of the technical deal. Who took a pooping?
No, he didn't take a poop. He didn't take a poop. He took a piss.
Who took a piss in the house?
He didn't take a piss in the house. What?
Who took a piss in the house like a good boy?
Okay, next.
So with that being said, though, staying on the Hard Knocks, getting away from our further technical difficulties with Dog pissing in the houses. I couldn't think of a better transition. It's late. We're recording this late. I couldn't think of a better bit. But Hard Knocks has gone down in quality, man. It's not as exciting as it used to be. We talked about this our first year with the Raiders. Talked about it last year as well, even though I don't think we got Hard Knocks last year. So, I mean, it's just
No, we did.
What was it? It wasn't even memorable.
Rams and Chargers.
So, yeah, right. And so it's just in terms of, we're not getting those flagship moments that we used to. We're not getting those, the accounting advice we used to get. It's not the same that it used to be. Here we go. We got to deal with Zeke and fucking Dak all over again and see basically the 6-episode feature of them. So
I think they should change their criteria. Their criteria is stupid. If it's a team that hasn't made the playoffs in 2 years, so you're going to get a shitty team. Great. And then they always do a team with a new head coach. So that takes out like 8 teams of the 12 that they could pick. So they're down to like certain teams. And we all wanted the Cardinals. So, I mean, the Cardinals would have been great. But they picked the Dallas Cowboys because, like we said, Jerry Jones has the league by the nuts and he could do whatever the fuck he wants. That's why they've been on this ship for 3 years. Like 3 years. They've been here on 3 years. 2002. What was the other one? 2008, I think it was, where they had Danny Amendola being the star. And now this. So congratulations. We're going to fall in love with a Cowboy that I don't give a fuck about. And
I'm certainly not.
So I just want to critique. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to critique this entire one because I didn't critique the last one because I didn't give a fuck because all they were doing was the Rams and the Chargers. I didn't really hate the team, so whatever. So I hate this team. Can't wait.
You know what I would like to critique for just a moment? And speaking of father skills and fatherly skills earlier in the show, that you tried to have your fatherly moment, but you can't even teach a animal not to pee in your house. You can't even domesticate an animal.
He didn't pee in the house like you do every fucking time we fucking record.
I've been domesticated.
I gotta pee.
I've been house trained since 12.
So I have to talk about Aaron Rodgers about his fucking contract for 12 minutes. That I have. It's literally a 5-second segment.
At a bachelor party who think it's a great idea to take Xanax and drink at the same time and then shit in the Airbnb.
That's what you did?
Yep.
Oh, God.
Yep, it's out there. I'm not the type of person. And then I ask, because my pants are right by the shit, but ignore all that because no one saw me running naked through the house. But your pants were right by the shit, so clearly you took the shit.
Oh, my God.
And clearly your dog did the house, so
no,
clearly
he didn't.
You don't know how to.
No, he doesn't. Frankie is more potty trained than you because I've seen you fucking pee. You can't stop peeing. You cannot pee. You can't hold your pee in a fucking hour. That's all I know because you're like, gotta pee again. Yeah, talk about the same shit for an hour. I couldn't tell you the last time you peed where I fucking had to talk about Deshaun Watson for a good 12 minutes. I had nothing to talk about. What am I supposed to talk about? The dude rubbed the girl's back? Like, what the fuck? I don't know. Like, what do you want me to say here?
Listen, all I'm asking you is if you want me to train Frankie, I'll be happy to train Frankie. Phenomenal.
Absolutely fucking not.
Okay, it's your loss. That's your loss. I guess you don't want a properly trained dog, and you can continue with your poor parrot.
My dog is actually fine. He's never peed in my house. So
continue your poor. Oh yeah.
He's never peed in my house. Did he pee in other people's house? He might have shot in somebody's house, but we won't go there.
Frankie doesn't even respect other people's houses.
No, Frankie's what I do. Frankie's what I do. I take a shit at your house.
Have basic respect for people or their houses, so you're raising Frankie the same way.
People come here. They take shits in my bathroom. I can't take shits in their bathroom. That's all I'm saying. Continue.
Listen, it seems like you're trying to
don't
avoid
have a toilet. Don't have a toilet. Don't have a toilet. Don't have a toilet.
That's fine. You're out of the toilet. That's what you tell them.
Don't have a toilet. Don't have a. Let me put shit outside then. If you don't want to have it be shitting inside your house, fuck.
I will go ahead and spare you and spare Christian Gutierrez, who shit in the Airbnb 2 weekends ago at my friend Thomas Choppa's bachelor party. I'll spare both of you any further embarrassment. I'm just asking you a little better parenting skills, and maybe you'll recover here on this debate. Let's see how you do.
What are you like? This is what I'm saying. Like, I just let you ramble. I think that's the problem. We need to have like a 5-minute, like, Joey needs to like actually come up with some sense segment.
I mean, I think I'm making perfect sense. You don't know how to train your dog. He pisses in the house. There's a human being that I spent 2 weekends ago at a bachelor party.
That's fine. You can talk about the human being.
I think it's all pretty straightforward stuff I'm saying.
You don't have facts about the dog. That's what I'm saying. You don't have facts about the dog.
You just told me he pissed in the house.
I just said he went to go piss. I didn't say in the house, outside the house, or on your fucking grave. But it's going to be on your grave soon. So...
I'll allow you to move on. We'll go past your poor parenting skills. It's fine. I hope.
I ran down the whole Michael Thomas shit, Will Lutz shit, and fucking Saquon shit. We don't have to get into that. Go into the debate.
Well, let's real quick. I just have a couple quick tidbits. I promise we'll be quick. Okay. One, Michael Thomas. Again, you're a princess. You'll always be a princess, and you're exhibiting childish behavior. Mr. Saquon Barkley, I really hope this isn't a common trend with you, although it seems to commonly be this way, where you always have an injury fear with you, or you not being able to be at your best. I hope you be what we expect you to be. And what was the third one? Will Lutz. Will Lutz is hurt. I hope he gets better. Who cares? Moving on to the debate. Our classic debate is now time for A Little Joe and Michael Farrow-Shanuti. Classic debate. This week's segment will be, I believe entirely, Michael, that there should be and absolutely no need for standard leagues, for budget leagues, for keeper leagues. It's pointless. It brings down the quality of drafts. It is a waste of time. Doing the whole budget thing, honestly, for me, kills strategy in a lot of ways. And you're doing a whole new strategy and it's exciting. Go do your IDP league and fuck off then. I don't want to hear it. And do your budget league, IDP leagues, do what you ever got to do. I'm sick and tired of these leagues. There's no need for them. PPR is more exciting. Half-point PPR works for me as well. I don't think it needs to be any higher than a 12-person league, even though the league I just invited you today is now up to 16 people.
Unbelievable.
I think that you're now part of 12 leagues, a nudes dozen, as we called it. I think these leagues are disgusting, a waste of time, and ruining the sanctity of fantasy football.
All right. So that's a good point. I will say this. Now the real standard, so nowadays the standard is 12-team half-point PPR. So I do all different kinds of leagues. I do Dynasty, I do Standard, I do Auction, I do Snake, I do Double Flex, stuff like that. So I will defend Auction and Standard for one reason. I've done it for a while now.
You're not defending keeper IDP leagues.
No. So the keepers and the IP, the individual defensive player, it is what it is. I'm not a fan of it, but if you're a fan of it, it's like a box of chocolates, right? Some people like coconut, some people like the double chocolate, some people like that fucking red shit in the middle. I don't know what it is, cranberry maybe, but
the raspberry juice or usually
yeah. Sure. So if you want to that's what I like about fantasy football, because it doesn't have to be one thing. It could be multitude of things, different strategy. And yes, you're over there saying, "Oh, it's their strategy, but I hate it." That's what I'm saying. It's your opinion. But for me, I like certain leagues. I do like the Dynasty League that I am. It's not bad. I enjoy it is like a Madden franchise come to life, and it's cool and it's amazing. And then the auction point, I was like you. I was like, I don't like auction. I didn't think I would like it, but I started to like it after my first season. Because here's the deal about auction. It is a different strategy. It is a way, way different strategy when you have to budget players. Because you always are like, oh, I'm at the turn and I have to pick a running back right now because the next time I come back, I won't have a chance to have two solid running backs. But in fucking auction, you don't have to worry about that. It's how much you want to spend. You could get Christian McCaffrey and fucking Derrick Henry if you really want, but guess what's going to happen? The rest of your team is booty. The rest of your team is shit because you just spent $150 on two running backs, and your quarterback is probably going to be fucking. Give me a quarter. Not Tom Brady, like
Matt Ryan,
Jalen Hurts, or no. Matt Ryan's good. Jalen Hurts will be good. So Matt Ryan, your quarterback's Matt Ryan. Your two wide receivers are like Corey Davis and fucking somebody like
Curtis
DJ
Samuel.
Sharp. Curtis Samuel, yes. And your tight end is fucking Eric Ebron.
I hope he'll be great this
year. Eric Ebron. There you go. See, now look at that team. But you could be strategic and like spend your money wisely and get somebody like Travis Kelce. And then you get a running back like Aaron Jones. And then you got a wide receiver kind of like a Chase Claypool or somebody like that. Like you have to balance it out. Now, standard is also a different thing in it's weird because you take a lot of those players out of it, right? So in a standard, you want the Devontae Adams, you want the Tyreek Hills, you want the guys who have big play abilities, not the dink and dunk guys. Like I'm going to say, like my boy DJ Moore.
You don't want the volume guys as much as you do in a
bingo. You don't want the Julian Edelmans back in the day because Julian Edelman gets 10 catches for 80 yards. You get 8 points. But in a fucking half point, he's almost got double digits, 15, 16 points. So It's like you have to strategize that. Now, for that, I enjoy it. I enjoy those two types of things, but I do enjoy obviously my half point, 12 team snake draft always and forever. So it's like you like what you get and you like what you have, and it's just a preference, you know. And I know I have 12 leagues, so obviously I have a lot of preferences, but at the same time, it's like that's why fantasy football is so cool to me and so awesome, is because they're different strategies, different ways of winning, different ways of competing, than just like it's just how it is and that's how you play. Because it's come light years from when we first started playing fantasy football, and it was just standard 12 teams, snake drafts. So it's cool. So it's awesome. It's amazing. I think my point is I'm arguing to the fact of if you like something, do it. If you don't like it, cool. That is what it is. So
it's awesome, bro.
It is. It's because you don't try it. It's because you don't like to try those things. Like try them and see. I thought I hated those things, but I tried them and I liked them. So there you go.
You know what? Then that's a fine, yay, hey, hoo, throw life away, kind of optimistic point of view. That's fantastic, Newt.
Hey, man.
I'm gonna refer to something, and I think you're maybe trying to make up for more that we all have our off shows, we all have our off days, and it's clear you're a little off today.
It's not because you're gonna have a lot of comments. You're gonna have a lot of comments coming after you. There's gonna be a lot of comments because you wanted to be like a Hitler-esque kind of fantasy football thing where it's this way or nothing. Like fuck, like all the half point 12 team people are in the towers, but everybody else is in the Goonies because you fucking don't know how to play fantasy football. No, that's not how you're supposed to think. This is fun.
So like you mentioned earlier, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm letting you rant, and maybe you'll find something that kind of makes sense out of all of it. And I think you were saying that to me because you're kind of defensive where you are at right now.
I'm not defensive. Show. I don't care,
and that's fine, and it's okay. And
you like one brand of chocolate. That's fine. I like 3 or 4 different types.
Listen, there's a reason that dark 99% cocoa doesn't sell very well. Okay, there's a reason that dark chocolate is bitter and it doesn't go off the shelves.
But it
sells.
But it sells.
Classic tradition. You know, it sells a lot faster. Those traditional Hershey bars. That's what you're gonna get.
Traditional, but
when you finally grow up and you figure out how to be a father, that's the first candy bar you're gonna give to your kid.
No,
that's the one that's going to be closest to his heart.
No.
And listen, it's the one that's the most fun. It's the one that's the most exciting.
That's fine. That's your preference.
Do you disagree with that? Is that not the most entertaining, most exciting one? Because
I
you
like
can go
all
with volume,
three. I
guys.
think all of them are three. I think all three of them are
Touchdowns are
pretty good.
great. With standard, you're dependent on certain touchdowns. With
No,
keep, you're
because
dependent
like
on
I
certain
said,
guys. You like what if you're in a keeper league, okay, and you go ahead.
keeper, you can say what you want. I'm not a fan of keeper, but some people are. That's what I'm saying. If people want to do a keeper league, then fine.
And I don't even think with PPR, you see, you're trying to turn into a certain chocolate bar, and that I'm only and I don't like that, because in PPR there is a little bit of chocolate for everybody. There's a little white chocolate, there's a little bit of that cocoa, there's a little bit of walnut, peanuts in there, whatever you like. There's some Mr. Good Bar vibes. There is, because there are different strategies you employ to a PPR league. There are different strategies you can approach. You maybe want to be one of those running back heavy guys that you can get ammunition come week 8, week 9 when you're
But
kind of
that's
making
what
the
I'm saying. That's
You're a
what I'm
guy that goes
saying.
ahead. But the variety, what I'm saying is that you have the variety, but then there's too much spice sometimes in life, dude. Sometimes you get the mango, walnut, raspberry, pineapple, dark chocolate bar. Does
You're saying
anybody want
strategy.
that?
You're just
No.
saying a strategy. You're just saying a strategy within PPR. I'm saying
I'm
it's a
saying
different
you're
strategy
getting,
altogether. I'm
but
saying
I'm
it's
arguing that because you get spice. You're saying it's just one thing. No, you get plenty of spice in that PPR league, but you get
no.
overindulgent
That's
when you
not what
start
I'm
to get to
saying.
the.
That's
You're
not
the fat guy that drinks chocolate soda,
no. You
raspberry
are
chocolate soda, and you overindulge. You have an
no.
addictive
You
personality.
are
It's
yeah.
fine.
We're not talking about me and my addictive personality fantasy sports. That's just a different topic altogether. I'm talking about you are.
I can't play spinster.
I'm up here. I'm looking at all the leagues, and I'm saying that they're all different chocolates. You're saying inside PPR there's different chocolates. I never said there wasn't. I never said there wasn't. I'm just saying our argument right now is it should only be 12 team snake PPR. Yep. No, it shouldn't, because that's not people like other things. Like I just said, I didn't think I was going to like Dynasty. I didn't think I was going to like Auction. I didn't think I was going to like Fab on the waiver wire. And I did all those things, and I liked them. I was like, this is a different way of thinking. This is a different way of figuring out what I need to get on my team in a certain way. And here's the difference between
you like an authoritative regime. That's fine. You like a dictatorship. You're a Stalin Hitler guy. That's fine.
No, it's a different way. Like when you have a double flex, right?
I know you're a big Rico Bosco fan. You're an H guy. You're a Hitler guy.
I'm not a Hitler guy.
You're a Hitler.
You're the one who's saying it has to be one thing.
You know, we had Jeff McHugh on the podcast.
Nobody else thought of it,
him.
because that's a Hitler mindset. Is you want one thing. This is the perfect one. Everything else is so bad. Let's put it in a concentration camp. That's how you feel it is. You're bringing pork on Yom Kippur.
I'm supporting everybody.
No, you're not, because you just said you didn't want. No, it has to be this. Keeper leagues are stupid. DIPs are stupid. Like, no, it's just a different way of thinking. It's a different way of strategizing. You just don't want to strategize.
There's one way to always have a fun, fantastic, fulfilled season, and there's some ways that you want to pull your brains out and you want to blow your brains out.
No,
I get it. You're a Blitzkrieg guy.
Well,
you want
yeah,
to wipe
last
that
year
out right away.
Don't talk about last year in my fucking auction standard one. I literally was. Listen. No. I had no. Can I talk? Can I finish? Because I'm banging the table from last year. Everybody was like, "Your team sucks." No, it didn't. You know what happened? I was the second most points for, meaning my team was scoring, and guess who was the most points against by a mile, like 150 points? Me. Everybody had their best weeks against me. Literally off. Tyler Lockett's a 50-point game against me. I lost by 6 points when I had fucking Aaron Jones have 6 touchdowns. But that's besides the point.
So you didn't have fun in the auction league, and you're also being that classic guy.
Because I enjoyed it. Because I'm like, dude, that's awesome.
For someone that's trying to be a parent.
It's not childish. You're being childish for thinking. I
didn't win because everyone had their best day against me.
It's factual. What do you want? If I was 6 in scoring and people were scoring against me, that's different. But if I'm second to 1, yeah, of course. Let me get back to the point. Your mindset is so Hitler-esque that you're saying this is the perfect thing. This is the blue-eyed, blonde-haired person that we need to make sure that we keep. Everybody else go to the shitter. Like, you can't think like that, Joey.
Whoa! First of all, that is clearly where your argument's falling towards, and also
I'm here saying
still stuck in this 9-10-year-old mindset.
I'm saying equality. See, that's what I'm saying. You're coming after me. You're coming after me saying, see, that's how I know I won the argument, because you're barbing. You're coming after my intelligence and my thing, because that's how I know I won the argument. You're not even arguing anymore about this. You're not, because it's okay, dude.
I'm just addressing your attitude and your demeanor into this argument.
Off, baby.
Which is, at best, the mindset of a 9-year-old who throws out excuses. This is why I'm not winning. This is why I didn't get my championship. Blah, 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 blah. That's where you want to stand your ground on. Yet you're talking about being a parent. Clearly, there's one standard. And it should be renamed the standard.
Only one Aryan race. Get it, baby. Everybody else go to the concentration camps
and get all the spice and variety out of your fantasy life. Anything else is overindulgent. You're doing too much, and you're gonna create misery for yourself.
Half point. Only half
you
point.
want to stay away from misery. Only half point. Pulling your hairs out and being gray by the time you're 28 like this.
Only half point. That's
your fault.
Half point.
This has been another circus debate by Pharaoh and Little Joe.
Thank you guys for watching our show. We are the Face of the Franchise podcast. Do what you need to do this offseason. We'll be here. And when the season starts, we did agree we're going to have an episode out either Wednesday or Thursday when the season started. But we like to give a shout out to, obviously, our sponsors out there. StartUpClothing.com. Go follow them on the IG, on Facebook, on Twitter for their new clothing lines. Finest fashion money can buy. And you know where to find them. Get their new looks, get their new styles, everything. And Eyesight Mobile Eyewear Company. We're both wearing glasses from the finest. They come to you for checkups and for your glasses, sunglasses, everything. New line drop. IG, Twitter, Facebook, as always. Eyesight with an I. And look up at their new stuff. And Seductress by Jax. Get your hair dyed, get your hair anything, get your lashes done, get anything done. She's the best in the business. She gets booked. You have to book like 2 weeks in advance. So if you need to get it done
these days,
if you have a bachelorette party, if you have a wedding, if you have a birthday, get it done now. DM her on IG, find her on IG. We'll put all three tagged up, as well as this episode is brought to you by Smooth My Balls. It's getting hot out there. You don't want hair down there. Trust me, I have hair everywhere. You got to shave down low before you're getting sweat all over yourself. Use their razors. Use their balls.
Most important place to manicure, man. Most important place to manicure.
Get money off by using 4CR20. That's the number 4CR number 20 on us. And we like to thank Four Corner Studio, where we have all the podcasts ready to rock. Go listen to us on all streaming services, IG, Twitter, Facebook, anywhere you can find YouTube. Get the visuals. And this is what we do. We're the best in the business. We don't make Hall of Fame games out of our podcast and play starters until the fucking ass. We are the Face of Franchise podcast. I am your host, Pharaoh. That is Little Joe. Stay breezy, stay easy. One love.
We out.
Oh, ha ha.
Oh, ha ha. Yeah,
Jesus Christ. I'm keeping that in.